Hello and welcome back to the lesson. Today we are going to discuss the role of the Institute of Certified Secretaries in governance and compliance auditing. And therefore, by the end of the lesson, you should be able to explain the role of the Institute of Certified Secretaries in governance and compliance auditing. And these institute candidates plays a multidimensional and crucial role in the governance and compliance auditing landscape in Kenya, primarily by setting standards, accrediting professionals, and also promoting best practices in the industry. And while not a directly industry regulator in the same vein as the Capital Markets Authority or the CBK, the Institute of Certified Secretaries acts as a professional regulator and a thought leader. In this lesson, we highlight the key roles of the Institute of Certified Secretaries in governance and compliance auditing. And the primary role, the key role, is accreditation of governance auditors. One is accreditation of governance auditors. Accreditation of governance auditors. This is the crucial role. It is perhaps the institute's most direct and significant role in governance auditing, because candidates, the Capital Markets Authority, the Capital Markets Authority Code of Corporate Governance Practices for Issuers of Securities to the Public mandates that listed companies must undertake an annual governance audit by a qualified and accredited governance auditor. And therefore, it's the Institute of Certified Secretaries that is the primary body that accredits these auditors in Kenya. So that's a key role, accreditation of governance auditors. You understand? Yes. That is a crucial role. There is also ensuring competence. Ensures competence. How does the Institute ensure competence? The Institute ensures competence through this accreditation. Through this accreditation, the Institute ensures that individuals conducting governance audits possess the necessary specialized knowledge, skills, and ethical grounding in corporate governance principles, laws, and audit methodologies. And that provides assurance to the market that the auditors are competent. It is through this accreditation also that the Institute maintains a register. A register of governance auditors. The Institute maintains a register of accredited governance auditors, which organizations can refer to when seeking to comply with the Capital Markets Authority regulations or requirements. So the second role is developing and promotion of governance codes and promotion, development and promotion of governance codes. Development and promotion of governance codes and guidelines. The Institute influences national standards. It does so by influencing, you understand? Yes. The Institute has been instrumental in the formation and popularization of key governance codes in Kenya, like the Capital Markets Authority Code, where the Institute actively contributed to the development of the CMA Code of Corporate Governance Practices for Issuers of Securities to the Public. And their expertise. The expertise of the institute ensures the code is robust and aligns with international best practices. We also have another code, which is the Mwongozo Code for State Corporations. The Code of Governance for State Corporations, working alongside with the State Corporations Advisory Committee, and also the institute worked closely with the Public Service Commission. There is the Mwongozo Code. There is also the Code of Governance for Private Organizations in Kenya. The Institute of Certified Secretaries developed and promotes this voluntary code, aiming to extend good governance practices to the broader private sector. You understand? Yes. So the institute has been instrumental in developing and promoting various governance codes and guidelines. I've cited the Mwongozo State Corporation Code, the CMA Code, and even the code for the voluntary code for private companies, governance code for the private companies. You understand? Yes. And through developing and promotion of governance codes and guidelines, the institute also provides benchmarks for the benchmarks against which governance and by extension compliance audits are conducted. And auditors use these codes to assess an organization's adherence to best practices in areas like board effectiveness, risk management, internal controls, ethics, and stakeholder engagement. 3, capacity building. That is another role. Building capacity. Capacity building and training. This is training for governance and compliance. Capacity building and training for governance and compliance through what we call professional development. This is done through professional development of professionals. The institute offers various training programs, workshops, and seminars on corporate governance, compliance, and auditing. And these programs equip certified secretaries and other professionals with the knowledge and skills required to effectively execute governance and compliance roles, including conducting audits. There is also expertise. They offer specialized expertise. They provide specialized training on specific areas like board evaluation, risk governance, corporate compliance administration, minutes writing, all of which are relevant to comprehensive governance and compliance audits. So that's the third role that is played by the Institute of Certified Secretaries in governance and compliance auditing. The fourth role is in relation to the setting and enforcing code of ethics. Setting and doing what? And enforcing. Setting and for certified secretaries. Setting and enforcing code of ethics for certified secretaries through professional conduct. Number 1 is through professional. What does that mean? What does that mean? That means that the institute mandates its members, including those involved in governance and compliance auditing, to adhere to a strict code of ethics and conduct. And this code covers fundamental principles such as integrity, objectivity, professional competence, confidentiality, and also professional behavior. There is ensuring of trust. Ensuring trust. By enforcing this code, the institute helps ensure that governance and compliance auditors operate with the highest levels of impartiality and trustworthiness, which is crucial for the credibility of their audit opinions. There is also the aspect of disciplinary actions for ethical breaches, which reinforces commitment. This is the fourth role of the Institute of Certified Secretaries. Now, the fifth role is what we call advisory and thought leadership. Advisory and thought. This is made possible through promoting good governance. This is achieved through promoting good governance. Promoting good governance. The Institute of Certified Secretaries actively advocates for the adoption and implementation of good governance practices in both the public and private sectors in Kenya, and this includes engaging with policymakers, regulators, and other stakeholders. They also do research and publications. Research and publications. The Institute of Certified Secretaries conducts research and then publishes materials like the Governance Journal, like the Governance Practitioner on emerging issues in governance and compliance, contributing to the body of knowledge and informing audit practices. There is what we discussed earlier on in our previous sessions, Champions of Governance Awards. Champions Governance Awards. It is the institute that recognizes and celebrates organizations and individuals demonstrating excellence in governance, thereby incentivizing adherence to high standards and indirectly promoting audit scrutiny of those standards. So it is through this initiative, the Champions of Governance Awards, that the institute helps in ensuring that companies adhere to high standards and also promotes audit scrutiny of those standards. So these are 5 major roles of the Institute of Certified Secretaries. Role number 1 is accreditation of governance auditors. Accreditation of governance auditors. This is perhaps the most direct and significant role in governance auditing, because we did state that the CMA code mandates that listed companies must undertake annual governance audits by a qualified and accredited governance auditor. And it is the Institute of Certified Secretaries that accredits these governance auditors. And by accrediting governance auditors, the Institute ensures competence within the profession. It also maintains a register of governance auditors where companies can seek to find the governance auditors that are accredited. The second role is development and promotion of governance codes and guidelines. Number 3 is capacity building and training for governance and compliance. Number 4 is setting and enforcing code of ethics for certified secretaries. Number 5 is the 5th role is advocacy and thought leadership. The Institute promotes good governance. It also researches on topics or in governance and makes publications. It also issues awards known as Champions of Governance Awards. In summary, candidates, the Institute of Certified Secretaries is not just a professional body. It is a central pillar in Kenya's governance and compliance ecosystem. And through its accreditation of auditors, influence on governance codes, through its training initiatives and ethical enforcement, the Institute significantly shapes the standards, quality, and integrity of governance and compliance auditing across the nation. And that's all for our today's lesson on the role of Institute of Certified Secretaries in governance and compliance auditing. Bye.